Hey guys, Goliaths Den here. I'm in my garage where I sell books and collectibles. I'm working right now. I'm getting some packages ready, cleaning up my space because I got a little printer that I want to set up to help me out. As you guys have been noticing, I've been posting shorts for the 3 people who watch them uh, of art that I've been working on. I I guess like a lot of people, like 2026 has been a year of breaking a little bit. You're just kind of deciding, like, I don't know, whatever I've been doing is fine, but I kind of want to change. I kind of don't want to participate anymore in the world as it stands. I want to make a new world, um, or be part of making a new world. And I don't really care much about what people think about it, or whether or not I should pursue it or not, or whether it's cringe, which is like, I don't even know what that really means. I mean, I know what it means, but I just, yeah. And I feel other people should be doing the same. They should be looking inside and saying, like, hey, what we've been told about with the world is not true, at least for my generation. I know that we were made promises by a lot of different institutions or family, or society in general, and we were raised to sort of trust that we were being told the truth. And maybe that's true of every generation, I don't know. It just seems that we had something different, and the internet came in, and the internet sort of highlighted how much we are not living in the world we've been told we've been living in. That connectivity and the speed at which we connected has broken society. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it needed breaking. I mean, when you find out what the people in power have been doing for generations, for millennia, it's like, man, this system doesn't work. Of course, I'm not convinced that we'd move into a better system here on Earth, because this side of heaven, I don't think there is anything better necessarily. I don't think the battle is about trying to make this place perfect. Not that I advocate people to just stop doing stuff, but I don't know. I feel like we need to start making things again. Making things with our hands. Some of us have been forever, but like we get caught up into this world of like it's all online, and I'm not talking about making things to sell online, which is fine. I do that all the time, and I still will. But I mean, like, making things in our local communities where people can touch them, feel them, put them in their hands, that they can look at them and beautify them. I feel like in a lot of ways the world that I live in is sort of like walking through an amusement park, which has been laying vacant for a while. Like, all the rides are still there, but there's nobody around. And there's hints of nostalgia because I see some buildings or things, but the things in which I used to do in those buildings, like for instance, the movie theater in town, it's been empty forever. Like, it's not even running; it's closed. The marquee is just there, and you look at it and you're like, "Huh, I remember when that place was filled with people." Not anymore. And I'm not like promoting movies as being like the height of culture. It's just my reference point because that was the society I was raised in. But looking at that, I recognize, well, maybe we need to make new reference points, or be a part of making new reference points. So I make art. I do these little zines right now. I do art trading cards, and I sell them on eBay, and along with books and other things. But the little zines, I'm just putting them in with my packages and sending them out, and I'm also just putting them up on free boards. And it's raining and snowing this week, but that's going to be next. Why? Why am I making them? Because I have thoughts in my head and I have to get them out. And I want some sort of record of this time period, because this time for myself, for my life, and for my kids. I want them to be able to look at these little things and see where dad's head was. What was he thinking about? Maybe it's only for a future time for myself when I look back at them and watch the videos and look at the art and be like, but once I get it out of my head, it's out of my head and sort of it's out of my system. And then I start to think like, why did I do this? And I want to move on to the next thing. And so I kind of feel like them as building blocks of some sort of future edifice of my life that I'm not even really sure what it looks like. I know that I want it to revolve around my family. I know I want it to revolve around making art and making things, creating things. I know that. I know that I want to remove myself from the sick parts of this world we live in as much as possible as it relates to food and money and whatever else is, the tendrils of this evil world has into my life. And, you don't even realize it all the much, like what's been released with these files that everybody's been talking about. You just realize like, it's like everything you touch, everything we do is in some way been touched by these people who I certainly wouldn't even let mow my grass. I mean, they need to be in prison forever, right? It's like, I don't know. Anyway, I don't want to get caught up in that. So you're going to see a little bit of me. I'm going to share maybe some long form contents every once in a while. If you find the zines out in the wild, man, and you came here because you're like, what's up? What is this thing? Well, here you go. You see. It's this middle-aged dude drawing some art who just wants to put it out there in the world and see where it goes. So I hope the symbolism inside of them breaks something in people. I hope people look at the symbolism, they feel something, they feel angry, or they start to question, like, why did this guy draw these? Or why are they here? Or like, this is inappropriate, or this is good, or dude, I think this is radical, it's awesome, or whatever, like I just hope it makes somebody feel something, because so much of walking around, we are sedated listening to our phones. I've been trying to break the dopamine feedback loop in my own life, and I find that as soon as I have the podcast off or whatever, and I start spending time with my thoughts, my normal thoughts coming back in, like I get these sudden upwellings of emotion, usually sadness. And it just kind of hit me yesterday. I was like, oh, this is what I'm preventing from feeling by constantly listening to music or podcasts or whatever. And the sadness is good. I need to feel it. I need to feel it. You can't go back. And you can't change things from the past. And I don't believe in multiple universes and past lives. I don't believe in any of that jazz. I used to, not anymore. I think we've been here for a purpose. We've been placed in this time, in this place for a purpose, part of a larger tapestry. And our threads are, it's never very clear as a single thread in a tapestry what your purpose is, but when you see them all kind of tied together, it makes sense. Or at least that's the new theory I'm telling myself. Anyway, create something today, guys.